What's up everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Chemical Guys Detail Garage. Check out these super filthy wheels on this Lexus. These things are destroyed. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to revive these, how to deep clean them, protect them, and restore them so that they look as great as possible, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're here with these super dirty wheels. I thought they were supposed to be black, but originally they're supposed to be a silver color. This thing is nowhere near silver, so as you guys can see, it's super filthy and we need to deep clean these to get these looking as good as new. So without further ado, let's get started. As you guys can see, I have a ton of stuff right here in front of me. I actually have a 2-bucket method set up specifically just for these wheels, just because that's how bad that they are. I'm also on the soft stool, which as you guys can see, I also have the rest of my cleaning equipment right here underneath. I have all of my cleaning brushes, chemicals, and everything that I need to clean, shine, and protect these wheels. And I'm gonna break down everything, so don't worry about it. I'm gonna show you guys everything, what everything does, how to use it, so stay tuned. Right now, I'm gonna start off this process by rinsing down the wheel. That's gonna knock off a lot of the loose dirt and debris, which is gonna make this cleaning experience much smoother, much easier, and it'll also reduce the chance of us inflicting any kind of damage like scratches or swirls to the finish. All right guys, so as you guys can see, the wheels look much better with just the simple rinse. However, there's still a lot of deep cleaning that we have to do. So the product that I'm gonna grab first is gonna be our Diablo Wheel Cleaner Gel. Now, Diablo is great because it's a gel formula. So what that means is it's gonna foam up, it's gonna emulsify dirt, brake dust, contaminants that are sitting on the wheel surface. That way you have a less of a chance of inflicting any kind of scratches and swirls to the finish, especially if you have like very sensitive wheel finishes like painted, powder coated. This is gonna be a lifesaver so that you can easily and quickly maintain them, clean them very quickly and effectively. So the way I like to use this is I get the gel and I put about an ounce into my wash bucket here. So one good squirt, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and set this down. And then what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna activate the suds right now with my garden hose, so you guys can check it out right here. So now that the Diablo Wheel Gel is activated, now I can go ahead and dunk all my cleaning brushes in here so that they pre-saturate and pick up all the chemical on there so that they get nice and lubricated. So the first brush is gonna be the Stiffy, and like I mentioned, I'm gonna break all these down, so don't even worry about them right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and dunk all my brushes in here. And then we can go ahead and start off with this cleaning process right now. So now that all my brushes are in there, now we can start off this wheel cleaning process. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab my cleaner here. I have my Signature Series wheel cleaner. Now this right here is a citrus-based wheel cleaner. As you guys can imagine, when you're working with wheels as dirty as this, you wanna make sure that you're using a nice, strong degreasing agent. So this is gonna work out incredible to break down heavy dirt, grime on all wheel finishes, and it also works on tires as well. So what I'm gonna do now is spray directly onto the wheel finish. And I'm just gonna give this a chance to kind of just break down a lot of the dirt and grime. This is really what's gonna break down all the stuff that's on there. That way we can successfully remove all the brake dust, grime that's caught within the barrel, the tire, and the face of the wheel as well. So now that I have my wheels all sprayed out with the cleaner, I'm gonna begin by grabbing my first brush here. Now the first brush that I'm gonna be grabbing is gonna be my Red Rocket wheel brush. Now this brush is a long wheel brush that has a ton of bristles that's gonna work out exceptionally well so that we can deep clean the barrel. And as always, whenever you're cleaning wheels, always start from the top and work your way down. So in this case, I'm gonna start off in this spoke and just make sure I get all angles. And then I'm gonna just make sure that I get this nice and in there so that I get all the grime that's embedded on the wheel barrel itself. Now, the reason I have my 2-bucket method set up in the first place is so that I can wring out the brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and just dunk it in here. And I'm just gonna kind of scrub it around so that I can knock off all of the brake dust that's getting attached to my wheel brush. So as you guys see right there, the wheel brush is nice and clean and that water is nice and black. It's super dirty. All the dirt, brake dust, and grime that we just pulled off from the wheel barrel and just that one section is now all sitting inside the bucket, and that dirt trap at the bottom is filtering it out. So that way, whenever I come back for the secondary pass, all the dirt, brake dust and grime gets pulled down there. That way it doesn't get back onto my wheel brush. So that's exactly why whenever you're working on super dirty wheels like this, it's great to have a 2-bucket method set up. And this can also be used whenever you're washing your car as well. You know, 2-bucket method, it's going to reduce the amount of scratches as well as you can inflict onto the surface. So with that being said, let's proceed with this cleaning. I'm going to continue with cleaning the barrel of the wheel, and I'll be right back with you guys for the next part of this wheel cleaning. All right guys, so now that we've finished cleaning the barrel, now it's time to proceed to cleaning the face of the wheel. As you guys can see, there's some areas where the brush kind of made contact with the face of the wheel, and just look at how much dirt there is. I told you guys, this wheel is silver, it's not black. That's how dirty it is. But don't worry, I'm gonna finish cleaning the rest of the face with the wheelie flag tip brush. Now this brush works out very great because the bristles are flexible and it's also soft as well. So it's gonna allow us to just deep clean the bristles, deep clean the spokes of this wheel. And check that out, you guys, this thing already is starting to look incredible. It's starting to revive that nice silver look of the wheels, and it's knocking off all that brake dust. And then remember guys, you guys do have your rinse bucket here. So whenever your brush gets a little bit dirtier than usual, come back to your rinse bucket, dunk it in, and then in this case, you can also scrub it against the dirt trap. That way it knocks off any of the brake dust caught within the bristles, so that we have a nice fresh brush every single time that we wipe it down on our wheel. So now that I've rinsed off my brush, I'm gonna come back to my suds bucket, grab some more suds, and finish cleaning the face of the wheel. All right guys, so now that we've finished cleaning the barrel, I'm actually gonna go back into it because as you guys can tell, this wheel has a ton of little intricate areas. It has a lot of spokes, so I wanna make sure that every single part of this wheel is very 100% clean. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna grab my boar's hair detailing brush, I'm gonna grab more of my Signature Series wheel cleaner, and I'm also gonna take the removable cushion from my soft stool because I wanna get a little bit lower, up close and personal. So I'm gonna set down my soft stool cushion, put my knee down there so I'm not breaking my knees having them on the ground or getting them wet. And then I'm simply gonna apply some of the cleaner onto the brush directly to itself. I'm also just gonna spray a light mist onto the wheel finish, just because, like I mentioned, there's still a lot of areas that are not clean, like the lug nuts, the center logo as well. You also have the brake caliper, the valve stem, and this wheel, like I said, it has a lot of little intricate areas. So I just really want to make sure that these wheels are 100% clean and there's nothing that I missed. All right guys, so now that I've finished cleaning the details, the last thing I want to clean is a tire, just because whenever we apply our tire shine, we want to make sure that it has the best possible bond. And the best way to do that is to deep clean and degrease your tires. So as you can imagine, not only are your wheels getting dirty from all that dirt and brake dust, but your tires are as well. And you also have previous dressings that stick on there. So to ensure that my tire dressing does not fling and has the best durability possible, I'm gonna do that by degreasing the tires. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my cleaner here. I'm gonna spray directly onto the tire. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but the cleaner is already foaming up and it's also turning like that brown color from all the grime that's on there. I'm also gonna be grabbing my big blue stiffy brush. I'm gonna be spraying some cleaner onto my brush as well. And then I'm just gonna continue with scrubbing the face of the tire. And check that out, you guys. It's gonna start foaming up. It's gonna start breaking down all that dirt and grime that's on the tire. That way, whenever this wheel is fully clean, we can apply our dressing and not have any problems with our tire shine. So now that the wheel is completely clean, the last thing that there's left to do is give it a rinse. So I'm gonna grab all my stuff, move back, grab my garden hose, rinse it off, and show you guys the final results. All right guys, so now that the wheel is fully clean, it's time to dry it. So I'm gonna be doing that with my Pro Blow high-speed professional blower, and I just have a little microfiber towel here just to pick up any excess water. It's gonna help me dry it in mere seconds. So let me dry this up. I'll be right back with you guys when I'm done. All right guys, so now that the wheels are fully clean and they're fully dry, now we can proceed to protecting the wheels. Now before we get into that, I want to show you guys why you should be protecting your wheels. Now right here you guys can see it looks like dirt or brake dust that's still left on the surface. However, that is pitting right there. That brake dust was allowed time to sit on the surface and eventually it started etching onto the surface, and that is in a reversible kind of reaction. So you cannot remove that. You would actually have to take the wheels to get fixed or, refinished. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna protect them using our HydroSpin wheel and rim ceramic coating and quick detailer. Now this is gonna protect the wheel from any kind of tarnish. It's gonna reduce the amount of brake dust that clings onto the surface, and it's gonna enhance a brilliant ceramic jaw-dropping shine. It is a quick detailer and it is a ceramic coating in one product. Now whenever you apply it the first time, you wanna make sure that you deep clean the wheels. So I've already done that. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna spray the product directly onto a soft microfiber applicator. This is gonna allow me to apply a nice fine layer of product. So I'm just simply gonna spray about 2 sprays, set my bottle down, and then I'm just gonna begin by coating all the spokes of the wheel. Now, if you have access to remove your wheel and do the barrel as well, I would highly encourage it. In this video, we're not gonna dig too deep as far as that. We're just gonna worry about protecting the face of the wheel, just because this seems to be the main area of focus today, just because of how dirty that they were. So as you guys can see, it's very easy to apply. It's not hard at all. You apply a nice fine coat, and then what you wanna do is you wanna let that coat sit on the surface from anywhere from about 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. Now what that's gonna do, it's gonna flash on the surface, it's gonna bond and adhere directly to the surface, and then in that 30 seconds to 2 minutes, you can come back, wipe it off, and your job is all done. So my applicator is running low a little bit on product, so I'm just gonna spray a little bit more just to finish this wheel right here. I'm just making sure that all the spokes are covered so that we get the maximum amount of coverage possible. And just like that, I think this is the last spoke. So I finished coating the wheel. It's been about 30 seconds now. It is a little bit on the colder side this morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just let that sit for maybe about 30 seconds longer. And then I'm gonna wipe it off with my microfiber towel. All right, so it's been about a minute now. I'm just gonna go ahead and start taking it off from where I started from, and then just work my way all the way around. And as you guys can see, it delivers a nice, very high shine finish. And we also ceramic coated it all in one. So HydroSpin, it's very easy to use. Not only does it make your wheels look incredible, but it also protects them so that brake dust doesn't stick. It's gonna reduce the amount of brake dust that clings onto the surface, road grime, contaminants, anything of that nature. It's gonna create a repellent barrier that's gonna help reject a lot of those incoming things from sticking and etching onto the surface of your wheel. And then the next time you want to apply HydroSpin, you can use it as a quick detailer. So maybe in about a week from now, or maybe tomorrow, you get some brake dust on there, you can go ahead and get HydroSpin, spray onto a clean microfiber towel. I'm not gonna use this one because I just wiped it off. So you can spray directly onto a microfiber towel or directly onto the wheel finish, and then just wipe it off and use it just like as you would a quick detailer. All right guys, and there you guys have it. We're fully done. The wheel's completely clean and it's ceramic coated now. Now before I leave, I do wanna mention that whenever you apply HydroSpin for the first time, you do wanna let that kind of cure for anywhere from about 2 to 3 hours. In this case, this car is not moving anywhere. It's actually gonna stay here. So we're gonna leave this to cure. We're gonna come back in about 2.5 hours, spray it with water so that you guys can see the incredible hyperactive water beading capabilities that HydroSpin has to offer. Now, those water beading capabilities, they're not just for looks. What that also does for you is that it helps you maintain your wheels so that the next time you clean them, you can grab your Pro Blow once you're done, dry them in a jiffy, and you're all good to go. So I'm gonna conclude this video here. If you guys enjoyed this video, you guys can give us a huge like, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of our future content. And if you guys want to pick up any of the products that we use in today's video, you guys can pick them up directly on our website, chemicalguys.com, or you can actually swing by your local detail garage and pick it up in person. My name is Joey. This is Chemical Guys Detail Garage, and I'm going to see you guys next time on our next video.